everyone, it's Shell from Scrap Secrets and welcome back to my channel. Today's the March 2025 collab with Marie, Terra, and myself. We did a mystery challenge this month where we had 3 different categories and each of us picked 2 of those things for the categories. We put them in order 1 through 6 and then we picked numbers for each of the categories and then had to create a card with it. So at the end of the video, stay tuned because you will see how I had helpers pick 2 of my categories. I had brownie and Oreo pick. I didn't do a randomizer this time. I put numbers 1 through 6 on a piece of paper and then I picked what number and then with each category and created the card. So my card was, the first step was the color combo. So this one was one of Tara's. It was purple, yellow, and orange, which is a color combination that I don't think I have ever used before. And let me tell you, this one was tough. So I used shaded lilac, squeezed lemonade, and dried marigold. So they're a little bit more pastel-y colors. And I am going to be doing a half stenciled, half stamped card because the color combo I just told you guys, then the technique was to use stencils and then the stamp set was a background stamp. So I was coordinating all of this stuff together and I wasn't really sure how this was going to go. So I'm using my stamp wheel so that I can easily position my stencils and I'm going over them one at a time. I did end up adding Dusty Concord because I did a test piece and these colors are not, you know, the yellow and the orange are blendable, but the purple and the orange and the purple and the yellow are not really, they kind of make some mud. So what I did was just use those colors and added in the Dusty Concord because purple was part of it. So I just used that. So you'll watch me do these. And while you're doing that, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update. So I guess I told you guys, I probably did, that I was getting a new job. So I started this week. I was out in California. And it was crazy. It was a great week, but it was a lot of learning. I had an interesting time getting there. I flew to LA and I didn't realize that to get an Uber or a Lyft, you actually have to take a bus over to a different location at the airport. So if you guys are going to LAX anytime soon and you need an Uber or a Lyft or taxi or anything, that's what you have to do. So I was very unaware of that. I ended up renting a car instead on the spot. And so it was a rough day getting there, but once I got there, it was great. Saw some people that I knew and then met a ton of new people. And it was just, it was great, but I'm very, very happy to be home now. The cats are also happy to have me back. I think Oreo is laying right next to me now. So if there's some purring in the background, that's him. Okay, so let's go back to the card and I did my layers with the stencils and then I used the squeezed lemonade at the top. And I'm going to add in a little bit of that orange because I thought that it was a little bit too plain and maybe there wasn't enough orange in the card. So I just wanted to add a little bit and then I'm blending those 2 together. And again, my camera shakes a little bit and sorry about that. Speeding it up, I don't think it's as prevalent as it is when you're watching it at regular speed. So I'm taking this crayon and this is it's like the Tim Holtz Distress crayons and it was just from, I think Michael's. It was from a kit from Michael's, their Recollections brand. And I'm scribbling this all over the back of a stencil from MFT and it just has a triangle pattern on it. I blocked off the bottom half so that I wouldn't get any contamination on that. And I'm pressing it down. I'm going to use my little dry eraser to go ahead and put pressure on all of the areas. And then I lifted it up just to see a little bit. And it kind of came out as a distressed looking background, but I love it. Again, this is definitely not a color combination that I ever thought of. So if you guys are really stuck, I suggest you do something like this, like pick random colors out of a hat or something like that, and you will be amazed what you can come up with. So I'm now going to be doing this sentiment on an angle. That was just where the washi tape was. I didn't tape off both sides. That's just that one strip of washi tape. If you needed a wider area for your sentiment, you could use some thicker washi tape or add 2 or 3 pieces together and do that so you could mask that off. So I'm using, what color did I use? I used the I used the shaded lilac to go ahead and stamp that out. I did have to stamp it a couple times because it is a very light color, and you just want to be careful not to press too hard on the sentiment because it can spread the letters out, and then they kind of look like blobby. So I cut down some of this background paper. This is from Lawn Fawn, and I'm just gluing it to the top and the bottom because I thought it looked, again, a little bit plain. And we're going to also be using that same pattern paper behind this piece as a mat. So I thought it just tied it all together nicely. So I'm going to use my Barely Arts glue to add both of those strips on, and then we're going to cut them off with my scissors. So I hope that you guys are enjoying this series. I will have links to Tara and Marie's videos or channels down below. Make sure that you check them out because they have amazing ideas, and they have a different style than I do. And I think we learn so much from each other, and these kind of challenges are so much fun. It stretches me because each month we pick different things, but I really love this mystery one, and we'll probably do it again at some point this year. Because it really was a great challenge, and it kind of makes you think outside the box because you have to hit certain elements. And especially like this one, the color palette is something that I never would have chosen. So thank you, Tara, for that, because I actually really, really love the card. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it at all, but I ended up loving it. So there is the card for today. And here are the upcoming videos from how they chose things. Pick one. Pick one. That one? That one? Okay. It's number 4. Good job. Thank you guys for watching. If you have comments or questions, leave them below, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye!